It's a very special day on the calendar, Noche Latina, commemorating the NBA's connection to Latin heritage and culture. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. Hey, Allie.
Well, Cade Cunningham, the top pick in 2021, said, quote, "There's a lot of different reasons why I was picked #1, but I think it's just who I am as a person, someone that can turn into a leader for your team and be a franchise guy. I compose myself well, and that translates on the court. I'm pretty confident in what I can do and who I am." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. It's Cunningham and Ivy at the 1 and the 2. Marvin Bagley is out there with Duran, and it's Diallo in at the 3. And for the Rockets, Green is the 2 with Tate at the 3. Then it's Washington. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's the Pistons to start out. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duran. Here's Ivy. Pulls up at the elbow. It's rebounded by Şengün. Green for 3. That shot missing. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Last time they met in Detroit.
Last time they lost a close one against this team. You have to wonder what they could have done if it wasn't for their foul trouble in that game.
When you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
That free throw misses.
Versatile. I mean, Washington has the size, skill, and shooting ability to play either guard spot. He involves his teammates, and he'll go out and get a bucket when his team needs one.
He hits the second from the line. 15 seconds left to play in the first. Cunningham against Washington. Cunningham, right side. Hayes, the pass to Wiseman. Here's Cunningham. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Rockets ahead, up by 1. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
And it's Houston's ball. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Green is the 2 with Tate at the 3. Then there's Alperon Şengün. Then it's Washington. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Duran. Following the score by Houston. Here's Joseph. Three-pointer, no good. Green against Diallo. And it's hammered home by Green.
Launching off the ground and throwing it down with ease. Boy, can Green get up.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Out left to the wing. Diallo with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Ivy's shot is off.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Rockets ahead. They're up 7. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. They went into the half with a 7-point lead after executing well in the second quarter. What did you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
They're running the offense beautifully this one. They're working for good looks. Their confidence looks sky high. It's going to be hard for that defense to disrupt their flow at this point.
And Kenny, what'd you think about Detroit?
They have to start penetrating in the lane. A few high percentage shots could make a difference in the paint. Right now, the focus has been on jumpers, and it's been too predictable.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Stephen Silas. It's Cunningham and Ivy at the 1 and the 2. Marvin Bagley is out there with Hamidou Diallo. And it's Duren in at the 5. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Pistons ball.
Detroit with the ball. They trail by 7. Now here's Cunningham. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game. Pass to Ivy. Here's Duren. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Outside, Green. Duren with a rebound. Detroit with the ball. It's a 5-point game. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Orlando where they'll face the Magic. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
Houston ball. Substitution on the court.
Seven seconds left in the third. Green for 3. Missed it. And we've reached the end of the third. The Rockets on top, up 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports.
2.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Josh Christopher. He's out there with Jalen Green. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Kenyon Martin. And it's Garuba in at the 4. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Hayes. Shot clock at 6. Back to Cunningham. Yes!
Cunningham.
And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Green against Cunningham. Here's Garuba. Second chance effort. And he can't get that one. Ooh, good D by Bagley. Detroit calls timeout. They trail by 2. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what's your take?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Cade Cunningham.
Just a dominant force for them on the offensive end tonight. I mean, stepping up big when his team needed, being able to gather a big share of their points. It's safe to say this game would have been a rough one for them without him in the mix.
To tie it up.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Time called here. The Rockets decide to talk it over. Expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. So Detroit will get the first possession. No shortage of excitement here as we're officially underway in overtime. We've got Washington. Also, Josh Christopher out there. Kenyon Martin is out there with Alperon Şengün. Here's Christopher. Pass to Washington. Şengün with it. Duren with the rebound.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Cunningham on the wing. It's good!
Timeout, timeout. And they do have a foul to give if needed.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're trailing by 2. 19 seconds left to play in overtime. All right, guys, what do you think?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
And the Rockets with possession here, trailing by 2. Outside, Green. Oh, he missed it! And so it's Detroit who scraped by with the win. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Marvin, a hard-fought win. What does it say about this team, the way you kept your composure down the stretch?
We're learning. We let a couple slip with close games like this. We made mistakes that we normally, we wouldn't make. We just keep continuing to learn from them and, just fixing them. In games like this, we're trying to lock in more, and we're coming out with the wins in close games recently. So, it was all a learning process.
Always a student of the game. Thanks, Marvin.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you later.